parts came in. New steering rack, coilovers, and a bunch of other stuff. Start opening it up.
This is like what I'm most excited for.
Shit, boy.
Metal mouth. So you can't pop the bubbles and maybe from China. It might get coronavirus.
Hell yeah.
It's like Christmas for men.
Your first defense in front of the crowd.
Funny guy. Boss. Should be at the mounts or in another box. There you go. I think these are the caster camber mounts. I haven't never pulled those out. We got to drill a 4th hole for that and try to get those mounted up. You're the suspension guy, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Let's see what these bad boys look like. There's the bearing.
Yeah, boy. That's the goods right there.
Maximum motor spokes. And instructions.
We don't need those.
Ooh. I briefly looked. This is a fuel system from Lethal Performance. So it's a kit already set up, ready to go. That's cool.
Dual 255 pumps.
It must be the fuel hat and everything. Pretty dope. Should be a pre-made kit ready to tie in with the Coyote.
Have we dropped the tank yet?
No. I wanted to get the front hooked up so we could drop it. And then jack up the back. That's hopefully what we can get tackled tonight. Yeah, boy. Custom.
God dang. That's perfect.
Custom, boy. So that'll go right on that stock fuel tank, give you a return and a feed. And that feed should hook up with their fittings to the stock feed line.
I hate how they make that so pretty because you can't show that off.
I know.
Yeah, this is pretty
At least you see it now. Yeah, that's the alternator adapter. We'll have to run the custom lines for that. The pedal bracket, the stretchy belt, the mount for the radiator, and then the bolts that's the bolts for that plate. This will bolt the intake up for this guy.
Add that to our collection.
Yeah, boy. That's the pedal bracket for the control pack that's coming in next week.
Yeah, it is $100, guys.
$89.99 for. I wish I had a CNC machine. Now for the pretty part. Scooey.
I can hear those things.
Long twos.
Yeah, baby. Someone caught my drift.
Dose. And the hardware kit.
See if you can recreate a Coyote.
Boss. And it comes with the gaskets and everything. Sweet. So we can throw that on. Put the engine plate on, hang it, and then put those on, put the power steering pump on.
This is a boring part.
There we gotta assemble that shit. Get these parts. Put that together outside.
Oh, they did come with the bushings.
Alright, bastards. These are cocksuckers.
No offense.
Those look different too.
They did. They're hard.
Right. I'm cool with that. Sweet. So we'll get that front end together, drop that down, and then try to drop the tank, get the fuel system in tonight. Transmission was ordered, stage 3 from Astro Performance, TR 3650. It does have the updated 26 spline clutch that we'll need, which is also ordered. And then the Ford Gen 1 control pack to have this engine talk to the Mustang body, the chassis. Basically know when to turn the ignition on, when to turn the fuel pump on, stuff like that. So we're going to get rolling on that. We're going to try to get as much as we can get accomplished tonight. Brandon's on a turnaround. So he's working every single day, even tomorrow. So we're just going to work into the night. Try to get this thing ready for this swap. As soon as the trans and clutch comes in, we'll be able to mate those, throw it in the car, start getting the fuel hooked up, and then it's really just hooking up the control pack from there, getting it started, and getting the exhaust hooked up, and this thing's running. So we'll check in later.
I feel like this is a reoccurring thing. We say we're about to work on some shit, and then we fucking come back to you and say this is fucking bullshit, and the shit just don't fucking work how you fucking say it's gonna work. You order shit that say it bolt right in, and it works as this and that, and then it just fucking doesn't. Alright? It just fucking doesn't.
Yeah, there's a lot of little customizations. Like using a stock belt
You would think
on
this
that
is such a
instead of the
popular
stretch
swap
thing.
that someone would have a fucking step-by-step. We could make some money off that. We should have fucking did a fucking step-by-step.
Yeah, at this
fucking
point.
bolt goes here.
At
this
this
wire goes here.
at this point, because I
We're
mean
learning
shit.
the fucking hard way.
Anyways, that's what it's gonna look like with the long tubes, which is sick. Now we're waiting on this was a bitch to get on. This thing supposedly worked with the stretch belt, which I don't even know what happened to it. We probably threw it to the moon somewhere because, oh, there it goes. No, that's serpentine. I don't know what happened to it, but it doesn't work. Fact. So don't waste your $30 on that. Steering rack's pretty much in, waiting on a bolt for that. Radiator's in, forgot to show that. It's back, yeah. Fuel tank's down back there. I don't know if you can see that. The hat's off. Turns out that fuel sending unit that was in this tank is not stock, which is cool. We've spent about an hour trying to fuck around with that. It was a waste of time. But the fuel system's sweet as shit if you actually have the parts you're supposed to have on your car. So the fuel sending unit's supposed to bolt right here with this bracket. But we wasted a bunch of time because this is what came out of the car, and this in no way, shape, or form mounts to this. So we finally broke down and Googled it, and that's not what it looks like at all. So totally wrong. Oh yeah, the caster camber plates are on. Those are clean. Well, you can't really see. Yeah, you can. Coilovers are in there. Yeah. Just there for mock-up. Our alignment is not good, so we'll have to fix that later. But we just wanted to get it down on the ground so we could back up, so we can mess with the fuel system. Once we get the right fuel sending unit, it'll be pretty straightforward from there. I mean, they send literally everything. They have a bunch of good instructions online we found, and so it should be pretty straightforward. Wiring's already all done for you. I mean, this is freaking sweet. Somebody spent some time to make these harnesses and all that. It's pretty cool. But get the fuel sending unit. I got to get a couple bolts that are too long, and then some that were bent on the motor. And then once we got that, we're good to go.
You got a good title for the video: Coyote Swap Nightmare.
Coyote swap on a new edge is so easy. Not. That's the thing. Every video is like, oh, it's the easiest swap in the world. Huh. I hate to see the hardest one. So next weekend we should have the fuel system done, clutch on, and stuff like that. And the trans should be coming the next week after that. And then we can actually get it in the car. Control pack's on the way too. That'll be in next week. We basically should have almost everything that we need next weekend except for the trans to get this thing done. And God, I just want to have that startup video. First startup. Yeah.
Shoot some flames at them.
That would be sick.